Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss how to identify duplicate value in a dataset. Now there are various ways to identify duplicate values, like we can use this conditional formatting through which we can highlight the cells who have duplicate values. Another one is using this data function to remove the duplicates, and another one that is to use various functions or formula in Microsoft Excel to identify duplicates. So today we are going to discuss how to use formulas to identify duplicates. Each and every method, that is conditional formatting or various data tools or formula function, have some limitations as well as some benefit over others. So in today's video we will just discuss the use of functions countif, countifs and the logic function if to identify duplicate, and what are the benefits or what are the lacking things in usage of those formulas. So first of all, in this dataset what we see here is there are some names and we want to identify some duplicate names in those dataset. So in this kind of situation where we want to apply the duplicate finding function in only one column or single criteria, we would be using the function countif. We have already gone through the function countif. I have shared the link on upper right corner of this screen. So for that we would type countif tab. Now we need to provide range. For that we would use a method that we already utilize in understanding the use of function sum. The link of that video has been shared in upper right corner of that screen. So we will use it as a running range. So for that we will select the first cell, colon, same cell again, and we will fix the first cell of this range by using $sign or function for. As a criteria we would apply the same cell, complete the parenthesis, press enter. Now we will drag this formula downwards. So now what will happen, we did fix the first cell of the range and we keep the second cell of the range, that is the end point of the range, as relative. So now when we drag the formula downwards, it will extend the range downwards. And what it is doing right now here, that it is identifying that in this range what are the number of cells that has this kind of value, that is B4. So if there are duplicate values in this range, it will show the number more than one, like in this one. So what it is doing here is it is identifying this as a range, and it is identifying that how many cells have this kind of value as in B8. So this is the first one and this is the second one which have same value, and that's why based on this counting it is showing 2 here, and similarly it is also showing 2 here. Thus if the count is more than 1 here, it means that this specific value is a duplicate of a previous value. Now here we are using a running range in which we have fixed the first cell and we would let the second reference cell to move downwards as we drag the formula. Instead of that we can also use a fixed whole range, that is from B2 to B13. Like we can use countif, select the whole range, we will make this range absolute, select this one as criteria, complete the parenthesis, press enter and drag this formula downwards. Here remember to fix this range, otherwise the range would shift downwards as you drag the formula. Now what is happening here, it will show 2 in both these places. These are the duplicate values actually, right? So it will show count as 2 So you need to identify that which value you want to remove. So difference between this one and this one here is, here it will show directly the duplicated one in below range. So it will show only the newer value as a duplicate. Whereas in this formula, it will show both values as duplicate. So you need to identify that which one you want to remove and which one you want to keep. So that is the difference between both this formula, and utilization might be different as per your requirement. Here we have used only one criteria to identify duplicates. Now in some larger data set, we might require to compare multiple criteria to identify duplicates. Like in this one, which have name, age, sex and district as data, and there are chances that similar name can be there in different district or even a single district as well. So we might need to compare multiple criteria, and for that we will be using the function countifs, which can apply multiple range and multiple criteria. So for that we will type countifs, tab, select the range. Here also we will be using the running range. So we will fix the first cell, select the first criteria, then select the second range, that is district. And for that, if we cannot select the cell because this formula is covering this cell, we can select this one and by arrow key we can shift the range. Fix the first cell in the range, and for the criteria again the same cell would be required. Complete the parenthesis, press enter and drag this formula downwards. So what it is showing here is that this value with the criteria of name and district have a duplicate, that we can see here. So these two rows are having similar kind of data in terms of name and district, but there can be different data in other ranges as well. Like here we have same age in this both data, but suppose I change the age to 62, still it will continue to show the data as duplicate because it is just comparing these two ranges. So it is on our discretion that we want to keep that data or we want to remove it by comparing other data of those rows as well. Now here we have a number as outcome to identify duplicate. Instead of that, we can convert it to word like duplicate and not duplicate as an outcome, so that we can easily filter or identify the duplicates. For that, we will use the if function and we will nest this countif function in that formula. So for that, first we will start with if, then we will apply a logical test. The logical test would be the same one that we applied here, that is countifs. Select the first range, fix this first cell, apply the criteria, again select the second range, apply the criteria, complete the parenthesis. Now what we want here is, if the count based on this criteria counts more than 1, then we want to identify it as a duplicate, and if it is not more than 1, it should be shown as not duplicate. Complete the parenthesis, press enter and drag this one downwards. So wherever we were having value more than 1, that is here, it will show the word duplicate. So this kind of outcome will help us to easily identify the duplicates and remove them, and to analyze the data in very effective way. Now we can use this formula to prepare line list as well. Like we have this line list which is of state level, suppose, where we have 12 cases of a specific disease and details of their like name, age and sex. Also we have detail of district. Now suppose you want to provide district with a line list and you have this master line list with you. So we can use the same function of identifying the duplicates to prepare the line list. So here we will use the same formula based on the criteria of the district. Fix the first cell, use the criteria, enter and drag that one downwards. So what is happening here? The first name in the district A has been given number 1 because it's the first count. Second case would be given 2 because it is the next one. Similarly, if you go downwards, it will increase the count based on that range and criteria. So indirectly it is preparing district level line list. So you can directly provide this data to district to identify line list for them, and that will help us to directly identify the case based on line list number. Here we need to take care that if we change the sequence of this data, this district data, then it will also change the line list number. Suppose we apply a filter here for some analysis purpose. If we sort this data based on name A to Z, then it will automatically change the line list, because now the second one is with the first line list number and the state level 8 line list number is the first one for that specific district. So for that we need to have this master line list number or state level line list number to again make it proper. Another way to keep the line list number constant is, after applying this formula, we can simply copy this one, paste this one, and we can paste only values rather than the formula. So now whatever would happen with this data, this will not change. So that can be done each and every time a new data has been entered. But we need to make sure that this master line list number remains into sequence to apply this sub-level line listing properly. Another issue here is, as the formula is dynamic, suppose you remove any of this data, it will change the line list number at sub-level automatically. Suppose you are removing this data due to some reason of district A which has line list number 2. So what would happen? That it will automatically change line list number of this data that was actually on the third number of that sub-level line listing, but now because we have removed one of the data of district A in between this first and this second one, automatically this has shifted from 3 to 2 because it's a dynamic formula, and that may eventually create some confusion or issue. So these are the limitations and benefits of creating line list at sub-level by using the formula COUNTIF. Hope you would have learned something new in this video. If you do have, kindly like the video and share it. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates and newer videos as your notification. Thank you.